I made it through.
Okay, so we're talking about this now. So I've definitely been the toxic person in at least one relationship. You can intend on acting a certain way or doing something and having a certain intention behind it, but your impact is important. Oh Lord. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Sydney. I'm a freelance digital content creator here in Atlanta, Georgia. And today, I have a lot of relationship talk videos on my channel, but this one is specifically about toxic relationships and how I've been the toxic person before. Yeah. In my opinion, I feel like we've all most of us, me, have been the toxic person in at least one relationship. But I think that as we continue to grow, we learn from our mistakes. So when I went ahead and looked up what makes a toxic relationship, I found this quote by Dr. Lillian Glass from her book Toxic People, and it says, "Any relationship between people who don't support each other, where there's conflict and one seeks to undermine the other, where there's competition, where there's disrespect and a lack of cohesiveness." I think this is a really good definition, and when thinking about how social media has incorporated or has been incorporated in people's relationships more now than ever before, I think that definition has definitely expanded, but I could see toxic relationships having all of these characteristics. All right, so moving forward, I went ahead on Twitter and Instagram and asked you guys this question. Have you ever been the toxic person in your relationships? If so, how did you overcome? So one person said, "I learned that the toxic is internal, and if not dealt with, you bring it into all of your relationships." I got another response that said, "A lot of soul searching to realize the root of it, then loving myself as I learned to be better." I really liked this one particularly because I think a lot of the really toxic characteristics that develop in relationships come from situations and experiences that happened way before that person that we may not have dealt with. It's really important to get to the root of the problem in order to solve the issue in your current relationship. I got another response that said, "Yes, I have. I had to take a step back and understand why. Time alone helped the most." Those are some of the responses that I've gotten so far. If you want to be a part of my little question answer videos, you can definitely follow me on Instagram, and sometimes I post and ask you guys different random questions. So I've definitely been the toxic person in at least one relationship. When I can be most toxic is usually when I feel like I've disconnected from a person or a situation, or I just don't know how to communicate. Some toxic things that I've done is like try to put my insecurities on someone else, expecting them to fix it or to fix their behavior in order for me to feel better. Try to force situations to happen when they weren't meant to happen, and also disconnecting from people. The way I love, I'm really career driven, I'm really goal oriented. I'm focused on making sure that I'm continuing to expand and learn and grow, and I'm just constantly moving. I think that in some of my relationships, I disconnected from people that I felt like were holding me back from being productive or were sparking emotion in me that stunted my growth in any way. So I would literally, instead of dealing with it, disconnect from it. One thing I'm trying to implement in my current relationship and relationships moving forward is just communicating instead of shutting down, and also finding compromise and finding ways to talk out issues rather than feeling like I have to figure it out on my own. Being the toxic person in a relationship is never fun. It's never a place you want to be in because relationships really shift people's personalities, their growth, and I never want to be that person that really messed someone up to the point where they can't operate at their fullest capacity in their next relationship or their still healing or have to go through a period of healing because of something that I did, you know? Having experienced my own toxic relationships with toxic people, I understand the importance of self-love first and then loving other people. I think one of the biggest things that you can do being the toxic person in a relationship is recognize that that's what it is. Recognize that the things that you're saying or maybe doing are affecting another person negatively. And once you recognize that and accept it, then you can move forward with trying to figure out, okay, how can I solve this problem? I don't feel like a lot of us intentionally want to be that person. At one point, I kind of had an attachment issue. I never felt like I could trust other people as much as I could trust people who are super, super close to me already. So when I got into other relationships with people, I was like, oh, you're gonna leave. Getting over that, I had to recognize, what is the root of this? Why do I not feel like I have a secure attachment to people? If you don't address it, it just continues to grow and grow and grow. Another thing that I learned about being the toxic person is that your intention doesn't matter as much as your impact. You can intend on acting a certain way or doing something and having a certain intention behind it, but your impact is important. I have definitely been in predicaments where I was like, well, that wasn't my intent, that wasn't my intention, but everyone isn't gonna perceive what you intended to happen to be true. Monitor yourself, monitor what you're saying to other people so that your messaging reaches them in a way that they can receive it, you know? Let me know how you guys feel about that in the comments below. I know it's kind of like, and I think different people will have different perspectives, and I would love to hear yours. So if you're someone who feels as if you've been the toxic person in a relationship or even your current relationship, make sure that you accept that and then have a plan to change your behavior in order to be better for that person and better for yourself. It's okay, it's fine. We'll all take a big woosah. Everyone has experienced this before. If you've been in relationships, you just know that with growth, there comes mistakes. I'm sending you guys love, sending you so much abundance into your lives. And if you're currently in a toxic relationship and you feel like you are receiving all of that bad energy, definitely go watch one of my other videos on toxic relationships and knowing when to leave, because that's a real thing. That is all I have for you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Leave some love in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Look at you getting to the end of my video. If you want to watch more, you should definitely subscribe here, or you can click here to watch more videos like this. Also, if you want exclusive content, I've started a Patreon account, which you can access in the description box below. All right, I'm officially done. See you guys in the next video. Bye.